Okay, there we go. Happy weekend. And hello, Hachi. Thank you for pointing that out because, yeah, um, my microphone was on, but my OBS said "fuck you." Um, no, I was just saying like how we're getting into a heat wave here. Today is supposed to be. Hmm. Okay. Um. 1 second. Hmm. Yeah, because all my bars say okay. I was like, all my bars say I'm going. On Friday, I managed to. No, I think it was Thursday night. I pulled my broadcast, my public broadcast of my Wi-Fi off. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I shut all my windows today. Like I closed up like all the. I didn't have my windows open as it were, but I put the drapes all over the windows that I have, and it's very dark in my house without lights. Apparently, I'm having some major lag, so so I was just saying how I didn't actually go outside and lift my addition, um, like I wanted to this weekend because it was getting hot. So I opted to do like the final finishes on all of my works, like getting them framed and secured in their frames or starched or polyurethaned. I got a lot of that stuff done this weekend. Um, and now and now the fun thing is now I have to take pictures of it all to upload onto my website. Like it's a huge update that I need to do. Mhm. We have 2 columns of the color 310 left to do, so I'm on I'm on this column's last block of 100. So I have down to there for last solid block, and then I have the glitter at the very bottom. So today is the big day of testing, because I did over the course of the past couple days. I think it was either Thursday night or Friday night that I took my wireless off public broadcast. So you have to know its name and password in order to even find it. We'll see if uh, we'll see if that helps with me getting disconnected when the mail truck drives by, which by all research should not be happening. So I don't know what's up with that, but we'll see. I honestly think it's just uh, other houses their items every time they are trying to scan for wireless networks that aren't theirs. I just can't catch a break today. That's okay. Uh, so, Friday at work, I get in and I all I hear is one of my coworkers, "Oh, I had to write so many med errors about this person because they didn't have they didn't have they said they gave this med and this person didn't have the med." And so I perked up because it was on my shift. And they keep trying to accuse my shift of doing stuff. Now, some of the stuff my shift does or does not do. Full disclosure, we're not perfect. But when it comes to things like med errors or lying about giving certain meds, I've had a talk with every last one of them. I'm like, don't lie. We can work this out. If they don't have it, they don't have it. Let's get it. And so they're like, oh yeah, so and so's been saying that. Have a conversation with him next time I see him. So I'm on those neighborhoods that he's been doing the past couple weeks, and I go to this person who's new, go to her meds, and I find the med that they've been accusing him of not giving, but he said he has given. So I send out a picture to the two people who are accusing and wrote the med errors. I went, she has it, he's been giving it, the fuck. And they both go, oh, okay, like they didn't try to just damage someone's professional reputation with useless accusations. It's like, really? And that's why I don't assume. Like, instances like that are why I hold back and I wait for more information and I investigate myself. And yes, it takes a whole lot of energy, but I look like so much when I actually do my due diligence and ask questions. But I guess that's why I've been that's why I'm on burnout right now. My body has been ever so delicately making me go to sleep. Is the best way to it's like la 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 sleep time. So yeah, that's what my body also did this weekend. Oh, oh. Also, I've this is my pajamas for now. Is my beautiful, lovely shirt. And I've told the people on my shift that if you make a mistake, that's fine. We need to own up to it. We need to process it. We need to work towards not doing it again. I'm not going to get mad because God knows I make so many mistakes. And let's just be careful. Let's try not to do it again. Let's move forward. Um, and it's always just it's so incredibly frustrating because recently I've noticed that I'm only actually a supervisor when they need to blame somebody for something. So I've taken a lot of thought into it, and this week um, I'm going to be stepping down, however it is, um, because they're not holding up their end of the bargain. I'll continue to be a strong leader on my shift, but I'm not going to be a supervisor. I'm tired of getting blamed for stuff I didn't know about. And then getting told, well, you should have been checking this stuff while I'm also trying to do med carts and all that other stuff. It's like, yeah, I do have downtime, but a lot of the time it's not enough downtime to do what they want me to do. So weird. Yeah, and unfortunately on my end, it looks fine. I'm just threading more black thread. Uh, so Friday, I got my eye poked. That's why I didn't stream. Next Monday, I was supposed to do the drawing for the books and presents and whatnot. I'm actually gonna do that on Friday because Monday I have my eye poke. I moved it to my day off. And I also have my car has a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. So I'm gonna try to drop my car off and have it get fixed. Because I remembered my car has a warranty that I bought. So in theory, it'll cover the warranty. The warranty will cover the work that needs to be done. They were like, yeah, well, if it's an actual fluke and it's a problem, it'll be covered. But if, say, like, mice have chewed your wires, now, mind you, mice, it's a legit thing. But fortunately, mice have not chewed the wires of my car. Because I do move it now. It used to. I got energy to do it on what day? I think it was Wednesday was when I called and was like, "Hey, yo." So but I needed to do it because I am getting ready to go on a sizable road trip for my market in July. So I want my car to be all spiffed up and inspected and up to code, up to snuff, as it were. I paid all. I've done like all the paying all the taxes and whatnot, but my car won't pass inspection with all the dash lights going off. So uh, that's why I finally am biting the bullet and bringing it in. And it's funny, like the repair shop is only 4 miles away. Like, but yeah, next week, Monday I definitely won't be on. Tuesday I may be on, but that being said means I'm going to do my drawing on Friday, so we can find out who won presents and who won the two books. Well, two people will each win one book, and then after I get all that out, I'll have a sizable enough shipment to merit going to the post office. Oh, that reminds you of who I really am. Okay, let me find my marker. Where did my marker go? It my my friend had an event on Saturday, and unfortunately the lady running the store that she was going to didn't like advertise it at all, and that was kind of sucky. She did sell a book though, but it's still like, really. Okay, how many books we got? Okay, so we got one, two, three, four, 5 books and 5 presents. Okay. Eh. 5 books, and then there we go. There we go. Right now, you're winning both categories, so. So I've picked the fabric that the heart rainbow is gonna go on. Sorry, Peg. Sorry, Peg. So I do have to do measurements, but I'm thinking it's probably gonna go on this piece of fabric. I have to do measurements, and if not, I'll just find a bigger piece of this kind of fabric. But it looks like clouds and hello. Oh, okay. So, oh, Jules and Hutchie. Yeah, on the after I get everything all settled, I'll get the rainbow. The DNA helix doesn't take too horribly long. That's why I'm not stressing over it. Um, I just got to round up the colors in all fairness. Whew. Is that why you're gonna need the books? Is because you're gonna have to sit there while the infusions are going on? Hey, hey, you're gonna get a little bit of you're gonna get a little bit of time to yourself. Mind you, people will be poking you, but you get some time to yourself. Hey, I was only pushing for one, so. You got 2 hours where you can nap or you can read, depending. Like, I figure I figure at this point in time, like, it won't even be a blip on your radar. Uh, but I have, oh my goodness, I have to assemble a beta fish left to do today. And what else do I have on my table? Oh, I gotta show you guys. I'm not gonna start finishing what I'm gonna show you, but until I have the other three done. But you're fine, pretty good. You're fine. You're fine. So these are sun catchers that I've been working on. Now let's see if I can get them to glitter and shine. They have they have just a clasp at the top so you can clip it to things, but the bottom here has a sun catcher tail. So yeah, they're double sided, and I got I got all four seasons, and then a couple bonus rainbow ones, and yeah, they're really pretty, and I'm gonna seal them up, and they'll be ready in probably by the end of the week, to be honest. If I don't opt to read first, because I have a book I'm reading, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see where my ADHD brings me, because in true ADHD fashion, I also bought three new patterns to experiment with. So I now have um, I have newborn dragons from Crafty Intentions. Um, I have baby dragons from Yarn Inspirations. I have a very pretty dragon bookmark that is more lace work. It's more like what I want to do in my future in crochet is lace work. So I bought a lace work dragon, and the instructions are definitely a trip to try to read. Um, yeah, that's all I got for the instructions on lace work right now. And then I also got mini barn owls from crafty intentions as well. So I bought some new patterns that I want to experiment with. Um, Mostly because I saw pretty pictures and I went, I want that, and it was only like $3. So now, mind you, I still firmly believe buying patterns and actually executing patterns are two different things, but I'm gonna try my darndest. Because yesterday, so I'm working on a commissioned T Rex, and I thought I had enough yarn, but alas, I did not. So I have to go. It's a common enough color, it's a red heart color. Um, I'm not worried about not being able to find it. It's just the fact that I ran out. So, um, and I looked through my yarn collection, and I was like, holy fuck, just holy fuck, how much yarn do I have? So that's part of the reason I get some of the bigger patterns that I get is I have a lot of yarn to try to use. I found some purple sparkly yarn that I have, and oh my goodness, I'm gonna make a newborn dragon out of the purple sparkly yarn. Okay, last line of the block of 100, and then we go to the last 5 lines of this column. While I think about what I'm gonna do with all the yarn that I have. Okay, we are back. Woohoo! Um, Sometimes I can catch when the ads are running and whatnot, but so yeah, I'm gonna be making a couple of baby dragons in some wild colors because the stock colors I have are black and white, and then like rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. But those are ones that can just be that I have in stock that I can be like poof, all yours. But I'm gonna be grabbing some yarn colors going on and being like, these two look great together. This is gonna happen. And I'm gonna be making 4 or 5 newborn dragons, so I can have those guys going on too. I've just been experimenting. I have a lot of half done dragons flitting around my craft room right now. I actually have an arm companion who is awaiting their wings. It wraps around your arm. Actually, is he in the shot right now? I can't see. Yeah, if it's in the no, you can't see it. He's in the background there. I know a lot of you are on phones, but he's a very itty bitty dragon in the background. But very long, and designed to be your pet at like a Ren fair. I just need to finish up the wings. Oops. Went too far. One too far. There we go. So this week is my Friday off, and um I will be doing 10 to noon on Friday. In theory, it's supposed to be starting to cool off. I think it's supposed to cool off a little bit, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong a lot about the weather. Um, oh my goodness. I'm glad that you were not that you managed to get it all done and not be sick in her food. Um, Proud of you. Ugh, I my recliner is dying, so I need to I need to repair it. There's a lot of nitpicky repair stuff I got to do. Yesterday was fighting with the dryer, and the dryer almost won. So I need to take a look into that. But I so this is how I know I'm an adult. I got a new mop yesterday because we went food shopping and whatnot, and and I got a new mop head because the mop head I had been using was starting to fall apart. Even though that the mop head is machine washable and reusable and stuff like that, it had just seen better days. So I got a new one and I got excited about it. So that's how I know I'm an adult. Is getting a new mop head brings me joy. Oh, got onto a kick. That's the problem with this particular aspect is if I don't pay attention all the time, I end up having to undo spots. Luckily, right now it's still pretty easy. Okay, so 3, skip 2, and then 1 over. It's mine's what's called the I don't know why it's called the tornado mop because it's not like the twister mops that you put in a bucket and spin all the stuff out. It's your traditional cotton head mop where you dunk it in, you stretch it out, you twist it so it squeegees the water out, and then you release it so you can mop the floor. That is the mop that I have right now. It's nothing fancy. It does the job. And honestly, I need to utilize it in the next coming days so I can have less stinky house. We did the laundry, so now I can like sweep up the kitchen again and mop the kitchen. Ooh, I use I use a rescued Swiffer. Like someone had a Swiffer with a whole box of materials, and that's what I use right now. And when I run out of the Swiffer materials, I'll just crochet a Swiffer cover so that I can keep using the Swiffer arm. And that's what I do on the walls and whatnot. I'm trying real hard to slow down the dust falling from the attic, which, with the work that I've been doing, is actually helping quite a bit because with the new metal roof and then the asphalt shingles that are still on the roof, but there's like an inch gap. Like there's a big enough gap that the asphalt still kind of falls through the cracks of the old roof, and then the dust falls down like through the floors. So I've been dealing with that, and it's getting better. I've been taking the time to clean out the cracks that I will be covering over um with blah 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 blah. Like I'll be putting tar paper down to cover where I'll be putting new flooring down essentially. Oof. Oof. But you getting Shingrix is good. Last thing you need is shingles. I had to fight for my insulin this week. Luckily, I have a really cool pharmacy tech who helped me this time around. But I only paid $50 instead of like the 100, 200 that they were quoting me. So two more lines in this column. I was so before I hopped on stream, I watch YouTube videos and TV and stuff like that. So I watched John Oliver. If you don't know who John Oliver is, or if you've never watched any of his content, I strongly suggest you go watch it. Because if you like me and my attitude, you will absolutely adore John Oliver. Because he is funny, he's informative, and he covers a vast range of topics, and he is informative, but he's funny about it. It's like, that's what I like. Is like, I know the world isn't inherently good. I know things suck ass. I know it. But I also want to be informed on where my information is coming from, and I enjoy watching him because he's funny. But I suggest John Oliver. This week he did an AI one, so it wasn't really one of his more politically motivated ones. It was really informative about AI, and I agree. Like AI, it's called AI slop. And when I'm like looking through Pinterest and I see pretty crochet things, and I'm like, no, that's AI, and I can tell what is AI and what is not. For the most part, I'm sure it has fooled me, but I'm skeptical enough to be willing to do the research to find out if it's real or not. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. So I watched John Oliver before stream today, and um I also watched a video about how TikTok is ruining hobbies, and this caught my eye because I'm like, oh, and this person was talking about how TikTok is encouraging people to just like go balls to the wall when starting a new hobby. And I can't disagree. Like, you watch TikTok or Book Talk or whatnot, they're like, buy all of these books, make your house look like this. And while I have hobbies that require a lot of material, they are hobbies that have stuck with and intend to stick with. But I don't like, I'll get one shots. I have models that I love to do every once in a while. I love to do a model. Uh, and I have a model actually that I might put up for the month of that I might do for August, because August I'm not going to be streaming a lot, because August is my month of hell. I have the 2 weeks of lifeguarding where I'm working the double shifts. I will be going down and helping a friend, actually, Bridget Berry. She's getting some surgery done, and I'm going to be going down for a couple days to help her make sure her animals get fed. So there'll be some days in August. There'll be a lot of days in August where I won't be streaming, and I'll post more of that later. But Oh my goodness. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Have fun. Thank you, Hachi. But yeah, August I might have a different project to show off to do for the little bit I will be streaming. Okay, we are done this column. Woohoo. And we've almost hit the goal of 300 for the day. We still have plenty of time, so that makes me happy. Whew, 2 columns left. 2 columns left. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10. That's 10. And then a gap of 1 with 1 random. There we go. We're going to do this. And then we're going to do the second one that I'm doing. Well, first one I'll hit is actually a marker of, hey, pay attention to this row, because it has a random dot at the end of it. Like it's not a full row of 10, it is a row of 9. Oh, I can. In all fairness, the page ends 14 stitches out, but I'm doing the full column, so it's going to be a little more than a page finish. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, we have the first block all pre-structured out. And I still have string left. I actually had to pull a whole nother skein of black because the bobbin that I'm working on is running out, so. August. The more I look at August, the more it's just insane. Well, I'm glad that, and that's the thing that I find the most is finding the medication that works properly. Sometimes can be like the most awful process. Right now, one of the residents where I work is having hand pain, and they're cycling her through all kinds of medications to figure out what ones work and at what dosages, and it's awful for us because we're like, dude, It's awful for them because they have to deal with the pain. And then there's that whole honeymoon period for like, luckily with some meds it's a lot shorter. Like, it'll either work or it won't, and then if it works and it works more than 2 weeks, awesome. Um, I got what you were saying. Oh well, I mean that's how it does. That's how we do it. Is the blood work comes back normal. Mhm. Oh my goodness. I've definitely learned that even when they're saying like the full comprehensive blood panel, they're not doing all of the tests that they could do. Um, like I just recently got what is called a full panel, and it doesn't do nearly like with my thyroid function. They only test the THS. They only test for one type, and they should be testing the twos and I think it's the threes and the fours. They also should be testing for because I do have a defunct thyroid, but they only test for one particular hormone, and I'm like, why aren't we doing a full range on my thyroid? But they don't they say that they're doing all of they say that they're doing everything that they can when they're just really doing what your insurance will pay for. At least down here in the states. My doctors know better, because I can and do read my own blood tests. Um, I know, 36 months. Damn, 3 years. 3 years, everybody. Um, and I have questioned my doctor before, because she's been like, "Hey, good job doing all these things," when I have a blood test that's ridiculously abnormal, and I'm like, "Well, what about this?" Oh, we leveled up feature. Woohoo! I'll see what. Hello, hello. We were just talking about how insane August was going to be, and how when you do blood tests and they say it's a full panel, it's not really a full panel. It's kind of like maybe 3/4 of a panel. And how it is hot here, and yeah, all that fun stuff. Mm-hmm. So are you guys noticing better or worse connection? I know Hutchie was having issues because her internet apparently gets weird when the wind blows. But I took my Wi-Fi off public broadcast. I made myself a hidden network so that devices just randomly looking for open Wi-Fi don't start trying to ping my access. You have to look for it now. You have to know. Yes, it is. I have drawn all my curtains, except for the one that lets the sunlight in. I, Jules, they should be looking into the exotics. Like at this point in time, they should be looking at the 1 in 100 kind of diseases, or issues, because obviously the more popular ones are not what you're going through. I, I had to specifically ask, because of my mother. I had to specifically ask to get the blood test for celiacs, which mine came back positive, but I still had an endoscopy for it, and my doctor is pushing for me to have another endoscopy because she thinks my esophagus and my raspy voice here is because of the issues I have with my hiatal hernia and whatnot, is that my esophagus needs to be stretched out. And I'm like, well, you need to give me better insurance because I ain't paying for that process. Ah, we have the LED. Like all of my lights are LEDs. Like this light up here, LED. Like all the lights in the house are LEDs. So they don't generate any heat. But yeah, and most of my windows have the film on them that blocks blocks the UV light, and the ones that don't have the film on them have the curtains that reflect the UV light. So, and they're all closed. Someday, it's a pipe dream. Someday universal health care might occur. Just not right now. Um, I, I'm concerned with making it to next month here down in the great old US of A, but we'll see. And and for any lurkers who don't know, I am a horribly political person. So like what's going on in the world, it very matters very much to me, and I will talk about it. Um, I I I decided a bit ago that I'm not going to stay quiet about it, because silence is the real killer of safety. Is when people don't talk about things, no one knows. So when you talk about it, at least people know what's going on. Like, oh yeah, yeah. I have a couple windows that still need to be replaced, but they're on the north side of the house. Um, you think in Maine that I'd be north side would be the ones I'd replace the fastest, but no, it's only one. No, that's a lie. All of the windows on the north side still need to be replaced, because two of them are fucking huge. One's weird shaped, and one I just haven't gotten to it. Like, it's a completely normal window. Okay, the bathroom one is on the north side, and that's been replaced. But the windows, the other window, it's perfectly normal size window, not a big deal. But uh I just haven't had the wherewithal to change it out. And I'd have to move all of my vendor stuff out of it too, which is frustrating. But I would be amiss to say if I were not worried about what the United States is doing in bombing Iran, and then expecting them to sit down for peace, because that's not how that works. Um, that is, anyone who's been paying attention to history, and I mean, it is a human reaction. If you haul off and punch me, my first reaction is going to be punch you back. So I don't understand why we went and punched another country, and now we're like, hey, 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 we need to sit down and talk about this. So there's a little bit of a concern, especially since the person we punched is has anger issues. Has very well documented anger issues, might I add. But I'm just trying to get through the days. And how do I do that? Cross stitch and denial. Cross stitch and denial is how we get through this. Or crafting and denial. Pretty much. And again, in history, that particular region has anger issues. Like, the entire region has anger issues. Like, there's no denying it. All of the countries in that region have anger issues. And I mean, I'm not saying like the rest of the world is peaceful. No, by not any stretch of the imagination. But that particular area of the world is known for their anger issues. I mean, there are the sleeping giants where they mostly passively hate you. And if you hit them, they're going to thwap you back. But they don't start getting into everything. That part of the world is they're looking for it. They will test your weaknesses at any given chance. Yeah, yeah. No, it doesn't. It's the previous administration's fault. Because we can't be accountable for our actions. Actually, I sent a message to Mandatory Fun Day. And if you're not familiar with Mandatory Fun Day, he does great skits about people touching America's boats. So I send him because they're threatening to close the Strait of Hormuz, which is where we in the United States get a good portion of our oil out of the Middle East and over to us. And I sent him a message going, they're going to touch our boats. And I added that when I heard that they were closing the strait, that I immediately thought of him because one of his first videos that I saw of him was him talking about the Strait of Hormuz and Hamas touching America's boats. So I sent him a message, and I hope he at least gets a little giggle out of it that I thought of him when I heard of all the shenanigans going on. No, I watched Philip DeFranco on Saturday. Because he was live and he's more even keeled. Like if I'm having a like I want good information that's relatively like truthful but not pessimistic or just angry. I love Philip DeFranco. He's not angry about it. He's simply delivering the news and he's kind of just balancing it out. Now, if I want kind of annoyed, I go to Brian Taylor Cohen. He just is kind of annoyed with all of the situation. And if I want outright petulant anger, I go to the Midas Touch Network, where their main caster Ben is he's just done. You can tell he is done with Trump's bullshit.
Distracted and elusive. They collide within my mind, and I struggle to think with my thoughts in a bind, and I push to the brink of insanity. Lost in thought, I wander down a path to my inner world. The complexity leads me to ponder.
Yeah, exactly.
My emotions swirl.
And people keep they're like, oh, but the oil. So America is currently the largest producer and consumer of oil, but we are not using the oil. We're not using American-made oil. We're still importing it, but we're producing more than the Middle East currently. So make that make sense.
You will never understand that this is my norm, and I have chosen.
And I am very fortunate that currently my work is a mile and a half away. And I can walk to work if push comes to shove. If gas hits $10 a gallon, I will walk to work. I will use my car when I have to go long distances or if it's really, really cold. I'll walk to work in the rain. Not a problem. I'll walk home in the rain. Not a problem. Oh, I know. I know. But everybody seems to think it's the oil. Like that's the thing is I know it's not about the oil. I'm not dumb. But no. He's gonna keep the peace. Oh, Dragon, did you see my shirt? Oh, my shirt is amazing and epic, and I love it. But I can't wear it to work, so I'll wear it before stream or before work and make me happy. Ugh. I don't buy a whole lot on the TikTok shop, but t-shirts that I bought are so worth it. Oof. Oof. It's one of the reasons why, as much as I would love to move out a little bit outside the city to be able to have more land, that I'm not, because I'm so close to everything else. Oh, okay. So I'm not reading the price correctly. Can I get a rough translation on the price, because my brain is not, it's not doing it. My brain says fuck off. No, and I also admit, with the hybrid, I fill up once a month. I don't drive a lot. Um, and and yeah, I can hear Dragon translating it for me. Woohoo!
Lights flicker and the shadows rise in the night. The undead cries, strobe lights flash, bring the fear. The darkness whispers in your ear. I will turn as we embrace. Dance with ghouls in this haunting space. The ground shakes, saw me rave. We dance through the night, be brave. The ground shakes, saw me rave. Join the undead, let's misbehave.
We're almost we're almost to the last column. Well, this is the second to last column, but I'll the page itself only goes out to right here. Like that's the end of the page. Oh, my camera froze. Woohoo, there we go. But I'm doing a whole column of 10. So we're almost on the page. Whew. Oof. And that is that. Translate. Blah, 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 blah. That's it. Because I know up in Canada, it's liters. So you translated roughly over to gallons. It's all good. The That's part of the reason I've been fixing all the insulation that I have going on. Um, Honestly, what I want to do is I want to get another small air conditioner. Obviously, not right now because it's peak season, but in off season or pre-season, get another small air conditioner because I'm hoping, because I know it's not going to be done by this year, but I'm hoping when I get my video area done for next year, um, I'll put in a small AC in the attic area in order to keep it a little cooler. Whew. Like, right now, I spend a little bit extra and I put premium in my tank. Now, people will poo-poo, it doesn't. Yes, it adds an extra 1 to 3 miles a gallon for the extra couple of dollars. Now, short term, that's not a whole lot, but in the life of a car and the amount in your wallet, that can really, really make a big difference. That 1 to 3 miles. And that's why I put premium in my Prius. I notice a drastic drop when I put regular in there. And I've argued with people over this, and it's like, that's fine. You're not filling my gas tank. I am paying, I'm working, and if I choose to put my money into that amount of gas at that octane, that's mine. And yeah, but I personally notice a change. And I figure once I get everything all fixed, I'll get back up to the gas mileage that I was getting before. Nope. And there have been times where I haven't had enough money and I'll put just a couple of gallons of normal in there. I have. But I try to budget appropriately so that I can put premium in. Honestly, I would love to have a hybrid diesel, because diesel, for as much as people get pissy about it, diesel burns very clean. Oof, yeah. There are a lot of things that are done because people want more money. It's not because like the more efficient way was bad or harmful or anything like that, but corporate greed got its claws into it and took away a lot of things that were very efficient and very helpful to others. I might get close to 500 today. Which would be amazing because tomorrow I could almost finish the black column that I have. So I was telling Husband Creature about me wanting to buy grow lights, and he took it in a completely different direction. He's like, yeah, we'll have to find some good seed though. I'm like, honey, I was talking like spinach and lettuce and vegetables in case all of a sudden we need to bunker down. And he's like, that's not where I thought you were going. I'm like, we can try that too, but at the same time, I was thinking more practical. Oh. Gotta change pieces of string. Okay. I get to rebobbin another round of black later on. I've gone through 3 bobbins of black so far. Or say 3 skeins of black. Probably between Divine and Call Dance, I could have justified purchasing a cone. So I'm pretty sure it'll be by the end of stream, but my goal is to get this last 100 block done for the day, and then call it a day. I'm gonna investigate to see what the temperature's looking like outside, and I might spend some time with the doggos. We might just end up staying inside, and I'll finish my artsy craftsy fartsy things inside. Ah. uh, well, I legit need to be able to. I need to take pictures of all the stuff that I finished this weekend. Because I got a lot finished. It just, I gotta. I gotta organize some of it too. It's just amazing that like most of this page has been black. The other two colors, which are 939. What are the other big colors on this page? 939 is a huge one throughout this entire project. And 823 are big projects or big colors on the page, but they were nothing compared to the black that I'm working on. So something very soothing about the hum of the air conditioner. It's also very weird having my room be as dark as it is. But this weather is definitely motivating me to get my final two windows covered in the heat tint that I have. I have chosen my new power tool that I'm gonna get. A cordless, fin- not doesn't need a compressor, nailer, because I'm gonna be doing a lot of trim and finish work, and I just want a nailer that doesn't require the compressor that I can go around and do shit with. Oh my goodness. So close. I got 3 lines. And up. Apparently I was down for a bit.
Staring at the ceiling, shadows on the wall. Hear a voice inside me, whispering I should fall. Lost in this darkness, where I've been for years. Drowning in the silence, pushing back the tears. But a flicker of hope, a distant memory. A time when the sun shined and I wanted to be.
You can wait a few minutes. Couple more minutes. Be right back. The dogs are being crazy.
Reaching out for help, a hand in the night, a reminder that I'm worthy, a reminder to fight. The road may be long, but I'll walk with all my might. There's a future waiting if I make it through tonight. That flicker of hope, a burning
Okay, we're gonna close in on the last few stitches because my dogs are assholes. I went downstairs to let them out. They have decided that the kitchen is their personal bathroom, and I'm very upset with them. So they're staying out until I'm done. They have shade. They have cool area they can hide out in. I'll get them. I'll get them when I'm done. Because they bad dogs.
When I saw you again, I knew I wanted you, but I had to hide it. I had to hide it. 'Cause I have grown strong without you around. I've just gotta fight it. I don't wanna go back there. Don't wanna fall into your arms again. Don't wanna give you everything I have and see you walk away. Don't wanna fall into your arms again. Don't wanna be reminded of the pain and the love of yesterday.
I'm sorry. I'm down to the last the last 20 stitches. So, uh, and I do think if I didn't get to at least 500, I got really close to 500 stitches. I think it's probably only like 450 though. We'll find out here in a second. Okie doke. So closing in on the last stitches of today. Started out at let me pull up my info. We started out at 6.44%, and I was aiming for 6.5% for the month of June. We got our call dance goal done at getting that page done, so we're now surpassing our goal in call dance, so that's great. Okay, we started off at 644 this morning. We are now at 659, so we hit our June goal for Divine Instinct too, which is phenomenal. It was 431 stitches that got done because these weird little divots. It wasn't a full 100 block in a couple of them. I have, let's see. I have an estimated, let's see, that's 2, 6. I still have about 700 stitches left of black in this area. So hoping, I know it's not going to get done tomorrow, but hoping in the next couple sessions that the black gets all done so we can move on to another ridiculously dark color. I actually might intentionally search out a not dark blue. we'll find a lighter shade of blue for like a little palette cleanser after getting done black. Well, thank you everybody for the gift of your time. Remember to drink your water, take your meds, be kind to yourself without harming others, be kind to others without harming yourself. The gift of your time is amazing for me, and I hope to see everybody tomorrow, 10 to noon-ish, because I am leaving 20 minutes early because my dogs are assholes. Friday will be the drawing for presents and books because Monday I'm getting my eye poked. So I hope everybody has a phenomenal day. Please stay cool. I know major heat wave, so please stay cool if you need to stay cool. And I will see everybody tomorrow.